Alaska's news source.
What we've been doing is really taking a look at what the realistic outcomes of a eruption are, and what are some of the things people should do if an eruption does take place.
And we have continuing coverage tonight of the increasing chances of an eruption at Mount Spurr and how to best keep you and your family safe. The Alaska Volcano Observatory says new magma below the volcano has been detected, and the volcano is emitting more gas. An eruption is likely. The time frame is still unknown, but it could be weeks to months away. Now take a look at this video from October 1992 to understand what we may eventually be dealing with. Spurr's previous eruptions in both 92 and 1953 had similar outcomes, sending ash tens of thousands of feet in the air. The ash impacted air travel, was hard on vehicles, and dangerous for some to be out in. All right, we're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Melissa Fry, who's been tracking the unrest at Mount Spurr for months. Melissa, we know that there was possibility for an eruption, and now those chances are higher, but what are scientists still working to find out?
Yeah, there's still several questions that remain, and they're monitoring this volcano 24/7. We are still seeing, again, active conditions. We reported, as you just heard, more gas from that new magma, and the volcano is still under an advisory, not a watch or warning, which would indicate more severe or an imminent eruption likely. So again, still in that advisory status, but new magma, again, has been intruding into the Earth's crust. The most likely outcome is that explosive eruption, like what we saw in 1992. But here are the questions that still remain. The timing, again, scientists are expecting this to happen in the following weeks or months, but they don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Also, they don't know how much ash would be produced and what the wind direction would be at the time, which is really key because where that wind is blowing and how fast it's blowing really determines where the ash will head. So again, watching that very closely as well. Again, Mount Spurr is just about 75 miles to the west of Anchorage. It's close. It's in our backyard, sitting at just over 11,000 feet with those recent eruptions. So they know what it's done in the past, and they're expecting that history to repeat itself. Now, we will continue to monitor those conditions closely, also watching the chances for additional snow moving through Anchorage. Now, while an eruption from Mount Spurr is not yet certain, emergency managers, they tell us that they're working ahead in order to be prepared if there is an eruption. Olivia Nordyke has been learning more today about what Alaskans can do now to be ready. Olivia.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. The folks I interviewed today tell me there are multiple agencies working to make sure Alaskans have the information they need to know and how to stay safe if ash is falling and how to best protect your home and property.
All disasters start locally, and then we move to a statewide response and then a federal response if that's necessary.
The Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management in Alaska is compiling information about how to react if and when Mount Spurr's eruption results in an ash fall.
I would hope that Alaskans would just kind of pay attention to the situation, understand the risk and threat, and then if there is some type of eruption, just to kind of take the appropriate steps to protect themselves.
Emergency preparations can be divided into before, during, and after ashfall, where experts with the Red Cross tell us it's best to avoid any contact with the ash as it's falling and after the eruption.
Some general recommendations that we have for the public, no matter if you have respiratory issues or not, perhaps having some air purifiers ready for your home, making sure that you have an N95 mask, long sleeves, long pants, goggles, some sort of face covering if you do have to venture out for whatever reason.
While the active ashfall will make traveling by plane, car, and foot difficult, experts say the remaining fallen ash will require precaution, but will become a fact of life.
The ash is going to be around for a while, and there's going to be periods where vehicles can kick that ash up, and there may be winds that come through, and that air quality is going to degrade once again. So if there's an eruption, the ash is something that we're going to have to live with for a little bit of time. And so we want people to be aware of the threat, take precautions to protect themselves.
Like we've said tonight, an eruption is becoming more likely, but it's not certain. All the officials I spoke with today tell me the best course of action is making sure you know what to do and have a plan in mind, including how you'll leave work if there's an eruption, where pets and livestock can stay safe, and ensuring there are enough supplies to remain comfortable in your own home, like food, water, and medications. Now, we've got the full list online, and we'll link you to other resources over on our website. We'll keep you updated on volcanic activity on Alaska's news source.